Hi guys! As everybody knows, I'm now a Stampin' Up demonstrator, so today I'm coming at you with one of these, which is basically a card that holds tea lights like this, and it holds 4 tea lights, and it's a lovely little card that you can, so we'll get right into it. The products I'm going to be using today from Stampin' Up are going to be the very vanilla, Calypso Coral, and oops, sorry about that, and from the, I believe it's, I can't remember the name of the paper pack, but I will in a minute. Oh, it's all going terribly wrong. Petal Promenade. That's what it is. Right, so we'll get straight into it. So with your A4 piece of paper, you need to score at 3 5/8, 7 1/4, 8 3/4, 9 1/4, 10 3/4, and 11 1/4. Then turn it around to your shorter side and score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and score at 7 1/4 inches and 7 3/4 inches. Right, now we can get rid of the scoreboard. Right, what we need to do now is, in these lines here, this here, if you can see that, in between these two lines here at the bottom, we're going to need to do some markings. So we're going to get the ruler out. And I should have had all of this out in preparation, but it's me. Why would I prepare? So what we need to do is we need to mark in from each side of the second score mark in. We need to score 1/2 inch there and 1/2 inch on the other side, and then 1/2 inch and score 1/2 inch, and then draw 2 lines down like that. Then we score, or sorry, we don't score, we mark 1/4 inch down this line and 1/4 inch from the bottom, and the same on the other side, 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch, sorry, 1/4 inch, and then we mark across like that. So we've effectively made a box within a box, like that. And then we need to do some cutting away. So these are the ones we need to cut away. Here, 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 and these 2 tabs on the end. So if you take a good look at that, that's what you need to cut away. And that's the box within a box we've just drawn. So if I do that now, she says, get in the scissors, because she didn't get them out before. We can do that, and then we can burnish all of our score lines. Try and make it as neat as you possibly can, because these lines are going to be seen. So that's that part. Cut there, and then down. I can't wait till I get a better camera that comes from overhead, and you'll be able to see me better. So now I need to cut away, well, I need to cut right down and then cut out the top one of those like that. And then again on this side, cut right down, cut the bottom tab out completely and cut that tab and notch them. I mean, the notching isn't necessary, but it just makes it a lot neater when you come to fold these things up. So we cut that bottom tab out completely. Like so. We do the notches. Now I have tried to film this 3 times and each time my camera has cut out, so let's keep our fingers crossed and pray it doesn't happen again. Right, now what we need to do is cut out this square here. So I need my X-Acto knife and a metal ruler, and very carefully I'm going to cut out this central box as neatly as I can. Right, so just throw that away. So the next thing we're going to need is a piece of vellum, which of course, because it's me, I can't find. What on earth have I done with that piece of vellum? It was here and now it's gone. I'll just pause the video and go and fetch a piece of vellum, and I'll be back in a second. Right, so I've got my piece of vellum and it measures 5 3/4 by 1 3/8. So you need one by 5 3/4 by 1 3/8, and that'll fit perfectly over there like that. But what we need to do first is a little bit of stamping, because it wouldn't be called Stampin' Up without a little bit of stamping, would it? So I'm using the Jar of Love stamp set, and we're going to be using Hello, Friend and the Bow. And I think I'll do it in the Lovely Lipstick. She says hopefully being able to get into it. So just pop that to one side for a second. So first I need the bow. And pop the bow in the centre. Try and get it as central as you can. Pop that down like so. Get something to clean the stamp with. I haven't bought the stamping scrub yet, which I'm going to buy because they sell a Stampin' Up sell a stamper scrub. I do believe it's about £16. Don't quote me on that. I'm not quite sure. I've not got to know all the products yet, but I soon will. And then we want Friend. We want that on this side. Need to give that a good wipe again. And then we want Hello, which I do believe is on the other one. Sorry about the scrinkling, folks. And we'll just pop Hello here like so. And while that's just drying there, just give this a rub. Pop that back in there. And we can do all our scoring and burnishing. I'm finished with that now, so I can pop that away. Wipe any excess off my fingers so that I don't get it onto my cardstock. Dry it on a towel. Right. So now we want to fold and burnish, especially these bottom score lines. Could have done this beforehand and made it easier for myself, but because I'm just complicated, I would advise that you would do this beforehand. That would be my advice to you. I have to do things the complicated way because I'm a complicated person. This one, and then do that one. You don't have to burnish this one because it's there more or less as a guide. Right, now when we stick this down, we want to make sure that you've got it facing towards you, but you want to make sure that this is back to front and upside down when you put it down. That way, when you fold it over, it comes out the right way round, because yesterday I tried this and it came out all back to front. So yeah, just pop a bead of glue. Only needs to be a tiny bead of glue. You could use red line tape for this if you have it. I do have red line tape, but it's right across the other side of the room, and I can't be bothered to go and get it. So I'll just gently pop that down there like so. And hope and pray it doesn't smudge, because I haven't really given it time to dry. Ink takes a little bit longer on vellum to dry, so do keep that in mind. Right. Now if we just take this part here and fold it over like that. Put some glue along, all the way along. Fold them over, and then that score line that you did before, you can use as a gauge. And as you can see, I've made it upside down. It should be facing around the other way. So let's undo that and see if I can't get that off. All mistakes will be included, guys. So I want that upside down and the right way around. So, yeah. Put another bead of glue around and we'll try that again, shall we? Check this time I've got it the right way. Yep. This time I have it the right way around. Wonders will never cease. This has got to be probably the worst tutorial I've ever done. But you know what? Mistakes are part of life. And I'm going to upload it anyway. Because the third time of trying, well, third time's a charm, isn't it? There we are. There's a bead of glue along there. Like I said before, use the score line that you did not burnish as a line. There we are. And you should be able to just pop that up and it'll come like that, and your card will close like so, and you can do these up like so. And then we pop our candles in. They should fit perfectly. She says, praying that they fit perfectly. I'll take a couple of candles out of this one. They're very snug. But I mean, the idea isn't that they fall out everywhere, is it? So there we are. And we just pop him in there like so. And then we can do him up. Ideally, you'll have more time than I've got, obviously. Right, now we need to put our mats onto our picture. So I've got a piece here of Calypso Coral, which I'm going to pop onto here. So I'll just pop a bead of glue around. I can't wait for my snail to arrive. It make life so much easier, because Stampin' Up do sell the snail. I do have a website now for you to buy any products that you're interested in from Stampin' Up. I will link the website down below, as well as my Etsy store, of course. Or you can find it all on my channel art. Now we'll pop that on there, like so. And then I've got a piece of Petal Promenade of which I'm using this side, which is the side with all the bubbles on, which I think is absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I love the side with the flowers on as well, but for this project it's a little bit busy. So I'll just use the petal promenade. There we are. Pop him in the centre of there. Oh, I didn't tell you what size the mats were, did I? The Calypso Coral, which is your base mat, was 5 7/8 by 3 3/8, and the Petal Promenade was 5 5/8 by 3 1/8. That's these two mats here. So next I'm going to be using from the Memories and More Tea Room Memories and More card pack, which is basically cards in a pack that you can put on any card bases. And I'm going to be using the big blue butterfly on there, like so. And then I'm going to be using a little red butterfly on there, the Calypso Coral colour, and the other little red butterfly that goes there. And there we have it, and not without a hiccup or two. So that's what you'll end up with, guys, which is basically the same as this one. So this is how I've done. So you'll end up with that, and it's got a lovely card at the top. Obviously it'll fit in a 5 by 7 envelope, but it will go as a larger letter because it won't fit through the smaller letter thing because you've got the tea lights in there. Or you can just hand it to somebody. You can obviously also do embossing on it, which is what I've done on this one, but I didn't have time to do embossing today, and I was really frightened that the video would stop. So yep, that's my project for today, guys, for Stampin' Up. I hope you like it. I hope the mistakes didn't put you off too badly. And yeah, I've been Tammy, and I've been here for Stampin' Up, and I shall catch you again next time. Goodbye now.